10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look at what in my opinion, one of the best goalkeepers
we need you to think that you're going to be played against. So they want
I'm a little bit worried about the I saw a stat on
Sergio
You cannot play at the night. That is the problem. We only have two men now to
I know people have gone on about if we lose the cup, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope to God it
Sergio
doesn't.
Production.
All right, people, welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you guys are all having a good, relaxing evening. Today, we have a two-part stream for you. As we will be doing a match preview for Chelsea against Chesterfield in the FA Cup for the first hour and a half, and then we will be doing a transfer news portion at 8:30. I have Andreas Christensen coming on at 8:30 tonight, so he will be giving us his insight in respect to all the latest transfer rumors, transfer news. So hopefully you will stick around for that. And the first portion, as always, we will be discussing the lineups, the press conference, the Tuchel press conference, and we will be taking it from there. So hope you guys are all sitting there comfortably with your snacks and whatnot. You're going to be here for a good couple of hours tonight. Let me address the people in the chat before we talk to the panel. Who do I have? I have an old face, but returning to the channel, we have Sadwaki, also known as Stav, with both of his accounts. So it's good to see you back in the chat, Stav. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're keeping good. Happy New Year to you. We have Abdullah B also in the chat. Big up to Abdullah. We have Josh B in the chat. Big up to you. Haven't seen you for a while, Josh. Happy New Year. Bobby, always a pleasure to have you on. Big up to you and bless you. God bless you. And VJ, how are you, my man? Hope you're doing good. Big up to VJ. On my panel this evening, I have got Eric Blue, DJ Sav, Couch Critic, and also Nick Blue. Big up, lads. How you all doing?
Doing good.
Big up,
All good, man.
Big up.
Big up.
Excellent.
Big up. Good. All right. As always, we will start with the Tuchel press conference, and I always try to have it ready before the stream goes live, but for some reason, I always seem to forget to do it in the last minute. So let me just find it for you guys. It should be quite easy to find. And here we go. Well, that's a 34. How long was the press conference, lads? Was it 16 minutes or? Yeah, 15 minutes. Here we go. All right, I found it. Share screen. All right. Lads, before we get into this press conference, I just want to say something. One of our panelists has a very sick family member, MDT. I want to ask everyone in the chat and everybody on the panel to pray for him and for his family, and hopefully everyone in his family pulls through and is well. So just want to tell MDT if he's listening, we're all here for you and we're all thinking about you and praying for you. So inshallah, everyone gets healthy and back on their feet as soon as possible. All right, let's jump into this press conference.
This might be a long one. COVID and fitness, because it might be a bit of a list. How are the likes of Kante, Silva, Havertz, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Chalobah, and anybody else that you might want to tell us about?
Well, there are not so many news, which is maybe good news. So, of course, the long-term injuries will not come back. But from this game, we just had a cramp with Azpilicueta, no injury. Kai's finger is pretty much okay to play football. So they will take care about it, our doctors and physios. And Andreas Christensen was in training yesterday. Hopefully there will be no reaction. We have another training session later. I have to speak to the doctors later, like after press conference, and hopefully the situation stays at least like this in the moment, because that will give us some more options at least.
Kante and Silva, COVID-wise, are they okay?
They are, they are okay, but they are out, yes, but they are okay individually, and in terms of symptoms, they are okay.
And no one else COVID-wise this week?
No, not yet, but also not yet everybody in the building, so let's see.
Given how tough the last few weeks have been in terms of COVID, and we really hope, don't we, that the worst is behind us, and given the injuries that you've had, have your plans at all changed in terms of January and bringing people in?
Well, we are discussing and we are in talks, of course, with the staff and the board and the scouting, of course, checking the possibilities, what we would always do. But given the fact that we have some long-term injuries, we're looking into the market, we're looking into the possibilities, not under the very highest pressure, and things have to make sense for us. Personality-wise, position-wise, and also from quality. So, but we have all options and check our options.
Given the difficulties that you've been having to juggle with COVID, training sessions, injuries, and the Lukaku situation, that first half must have brought you absolute joy on the weekend. That was Chelsea, ruthless, back to what we had come to expect at the beginning of the season. And how much of a platform can that be for you in the next few weeks with some really big games coming up?
I like both last games against Liverpool and the one against Tottenham. That was not easy for some of the players, because they came from not a lot of minutes, or they came from injury or COVID. So they stepped up, and it was an important match. Was a semi-final, was a derby in London, was against a strong opponent, strong coach, who came from a good run of results. So, but the way we played was so focused, and a lot of determination that gives us a lot of trust, or more or less the proof that we can trust our players and we can trust ourselves, and that the group can trust. They have the ambition, they have the mentality to give everything and to try their very best in every single game. From time to time, it is sometimes a bit harder, and sometimes feels a bit more easier. It was a strong performance overall, very focused, and in all parts of the game, very determined, and it was a nice team effort. So we are happy because it was a deserved win, and from there we go. The last two games showed a good spirit, showed good quality. And it's very important not to lose the faith and not to lose the trust, because we still struggle from COVID and injuries, and that's why we need these kind of experiences to not lose our faith and still believe in what we do, and was very nice to see. Yeah, and tomorrow is the next is the next moment to prove it again.
Last question.
And just finally for me, what do you do with this game? I mean, clearly there's a lot of players that just, after a really brutal few weeks, probably need an afternoon off, but I guess there's others like Timo Werner that have recovered from COVID that need a bit of game time.
Yeah.
How strong do you go? How much of this is an opportunity for other players? Are you going to be looking at your squad rather than those guys that have got Spurs and Man City next week?
Yeah, we have to find the balance in between, because we want to also be reliable and be also fair to the guys who play now after injuries or after COVID, that they also that we have a mix with also guys who are used to have some more minutes in the last games, but we need to find a good balance. I think we have 5 changes, which gives us a lot of options, which is good. And of course we want to use the match to get some minutes into the guys who desperately need it and want it, like Timo, for example.
If you want to achieve better results, make a great impression, and save time at work, you should get great.
And it's still a training, and it's still like 1 or 2 COVID tests to do. So hopefully the situation stays at least like it is now. And then we will find a strong lineup, because we will show all the respect to the team and club of Chesterfield. It's FA Cup, and if you want to go to the next round, you have to win this match, nothing else.
John South from Five Live.
Hi Thomas, can you hear me there?
Yeah.
You can, hello. Is this again another chance for Ross Barkley? And is there a possibility he might go out on loan in January this month?
We haven't discussed it yet. It depends on what Ross wants and what possibilities there are, if there are possibilities, and what makes sense. So let's see. There's always a chance. It's not only about like, now is FA Cup and now you have a chance. There's always a chance to make it to the team, to the squad, and onto the pitch, especially when there are a lot of COVID and injury cases. So the situation has not changed, not for us, not for anybody else, and we will take the decision later. He needs to do a good training, show that he's ready, and then we will do a decision tomorrow morning.
Talked about the transfer market and potential players coming in.
Yeah.
Is Emerson one of those? Are you keen to have him back from his loan spell?
I will not give you any details on that, but in general, I will not hide from the fact that we have a long-term injury with Ben Chilwell as our left wing back, who will miss the whole season. And of course we know and we appreciate him as a player and as a person in general. He had such a huge influence, although he did not have a lot of minutes last season, because he's a top guy, top professional. And he is still a Chelsea player, but it's not only what I wish for. It's also we need to evaluate the situation. But we're looking into it on this position, and Emma is one of the options, and I will not comment further.
You've also spoken about the COVID issues, injury issues. What's the last month been like for you? I mean, have you ever experienced anything like this before in your career, and how have you dealt with it?
Of course not in my career. I mean, we come now from lockdowns, and we come from playing in training in bubbles and playing with empty stadiums, and now we try to manage to continue to train and create kind of bubbles while outside everything is open and life continues pretty normal, and stadiums are full, which is a bit more demanding. No, we have to be very flexible, and we have to adapt in very short notice to different scenarios, which is very demanding. And we wished it was different, and still we are privileged to do our job and to continue playing football, which we love. But we are at some moments, as you know, at some moments we are concerned about the health and the constitution of the players. In some moment it's a bit better. It's a bit of an up and down.
Ian Abraham's Talks Football.
Thanks, Adrian. Happy New Year to you. Hi, Thomas. Happy New Year. How are you?
Happy, fine.
Good. This is what the magic of the FA Cup is all about, isn't it? Chelsea, loads of money and trophies, trophy cabinet you could run from here to central London, up against little Chesterfield. And the fact that only once before, when Luke won at Norwich 8 years ago as a non-league team, ever gone to a Premier League round and won. So you're big favourites. I mean, this is a game you can't lose, right?
You can lose any game in football. That's why the game is so popular. So you will never hear me say that we can't lose in front of the game. This will be hugely arrogant. This is not the attitude how we want to approach this game tomorrow. Of course we are favorites, and in the opposite, for example, to Germany, where you would like switch the home advantage to the lower team, we have the advantage of having no travel and that we can play in front of our spectators in our stadium. So yes, we are the huge favorites. Yes, we want to win, and we demand it up from ourselves. Still, we respect the game and the game and any opponent. And yeah, you can demand it from yourself. If you think it through in any consequence, you have to deliver and deliver performance. So we need to be ready, and we need to have a strong squad and a squad that is ready to enjoy these minutes, because if you want to reach the next round, you need to win, and this is as boring as it is, but it's like this.
Is there a little bit of unfinished business for you, because last season you got to the final against Leicester and you didn't win? So is there a little bit of unfinished business for you in this competition? You'd like to go and win it this year?
I think, except for Leicester, a lot of teams with unfinished business, because only Leicester finished the business, to be honest. And yeah, of course. But if we want to go to Wembley, we need to win tomorrow, and should not get carried away by any thoughts and any sorts of unfinished business. Tomorrow is the business. We have enough to work on. We have enough to improve. We have enough to show and prove ourselves tomorrow on the pitch. And this is what it is all about. Don't judge the opponent. Don't judge the importance of the game. Just go and do our thing. And this is what we demand. I demand from myself, and I will demand from the players.
And finally, do you think one of the biggest signings you could make in this January transfer window will be to get Antonio Rudiger to sign a new deal? Because you've turned his fortunes around, and I think that there are many teams around the world that would like to sign him. So are you planning on having lots of conversations, taking it out for coffee, sort of making sure that he signs on that coffee line?
I don't know if that helps. If I take him on a lot of coffees, maybe it pushes him out. I don't feel that he needs a lot of coffees with me, and he's a guy who needs to trust you he needs to feel the connection, he needs to feel the trust, and he wants to feel it by minutes and by actions. He's not. I don't feel, Tony, that he needs a lot of words and a lot of pampering and coffee talks and invitations to dinners and whatever. He is a top professional. This is what he proves. He is very important. Nothing has changed. We're in talks. It's in good hands, because I and I have trust in my player. So it's a no problem situation for me. Obviously also for Tony. He can still deliver. He did a fantastic match now in a back four, and so he's super reliable. Nothing has changed. The points of view have not changed, and once something changes, you will be one of the first to know.
Last question in this section, Jerry Fox.
Hi Thomas. I know earlier in the season you said you saw no reason to change from a back three, but you played the back four against Spurs with great effect. You really seem to unlock your attacking instincts and so on. Is that something you'll now consider more going forward?
Yes, but it has to make sense. I always told you why should we change? It's successful and it suits our players. But for a back three, you need 3 central defenders. For a back five, you need 3 and 2 wing backs. We simply did not have the players available to play a back five. So we took the responsibility and the risk and shifted into a back four while we were attacking. This is possible. I think that the differences are not that big. If it suits the players and their positions, which it did for this game, we should be always open for it. But the most important is how we play in the system and how lively we play and how courageous we are within the structure. Structure is important for us, and we protect ourselves with structure, and the structure can help us to be stronger as a team. But the most important will always be like how the players live up to it, and they did very, very good. They were very focused, very also very lively within the structure, very disciplined at the same time. So it suited us good for this game. We did good, but and it can stay an option. No matter what we play, how we play, this is more important.
It's time for a New Year's resolution.
All right, fantastic. Before we get into discussing this press conference, I just want to say something to the people in the chat. I normally have limited spaces for previews, so I can't open it to everyone. However, what I am going to do in the very near future is I will request lineups to be sent in to me via Twitter. So you will send me your predicted lineup, and if I select you, I will send you the link, and I will actually bring you on my show to explain to me your lineup live on air in the previews. So this is something I will be doing in the very near future. So make sure you're following me on Twitter so you can actually have access to that. So Josh B, I will get you on my streams in the near future, mate. So stand by. Guys, the press conference was very generic today. There wasn't a lot of controversy in respect to what was being asked and what was being discussed, which is something that we've seen a lot of recently. So it was good to see things being a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more routine. In respect to the game tomorrow, it's going to be a home fixture against opposition that should be quite easy for Chelsea to overcome. Tuchel did, however, say that we'll be taking this game seriously. We will be not taking the game for granted. We will make some changes. We will try new things, which is what I expect to see from the lineups that will be discussed today. Before we get into the lineups, I want to welcome VJ to the stream, and I want to welcome all the panelists, and I'm going to ask them to give me their thoughts and opinions on this press conference. We'll start with VJ. VJ, welcome. How you doing, my man?
All good, Mo. First of all, I thought, I'm thinking that you went to the previous game. Hopefully the experience was all good for the Tottenham game and a lovely win there. So I guess I'm coming to the stream after the Tottenham win. This is the first time, so I'm really happy about that. Just wanted to put it out there. And then, this particular press conference, I like the way that Thomas Tuchel was concentrating more on the structure than the, formation that we're kind of playing. It shows the kind of importance that he actually gives to the structure. I think a lot of managers miss out on that point, and rather having the men on the pitch doesn't do the job. The structure with which how we play is what is important, and very rightly stressed out by Thomas Tuchel on that. So, and also just to feel he's not taking that as a light opponent. He's also saying that you know what, we'll have to respect the opponent and we'll have to play the best football that we usually do. So I think we're going to win it, of course. And I'm looking forward to changes, actually.
Do you have any anything in respect to the formation? I mean, when I went to the Tottenham game, we had changed the formation.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be playing with a similar formation against Chesterfield, or do you reckon we'll go back to the old school 5 at the back system?
It's interesting because in the post-match conference, Thomas Tuchel did mention that he had to adapt to this system because he did not have enough defenders for them to be, playing in a back 5. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to a, back 5 once we have the defenders available. But from the performance that Chelsea players put on the pitch on the Tottenham game, maybe Thomas Tuchel would probably think to himself, you know what? We actually look good here. We actually look more fluidic in this system. Maybe we can use this and develop this system as a second system. So I think this is a good start for Chelsea Football Club where we can start confusing the team. And I'd love to see the system evolving even more. But to be honest, we'll still be playing with the 3-5-2 as the primary system.
All right, cool. Thanks for that, VJ. From VJ, we go to DJ. DJ, give me your thoughts on the press conference and how you predict the game to go tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, obviously, it's the FA Cup. Everyone's up for the FA Cup, even as small as it's their competition. But in terms of the press conference, as always, I was obviously expecting what Thomas Tuchel was going to say in terms of the plays and what's available. The good thing is some of our players are actually coming back, which is good. So in that kind of way, I'm happy about that. For tomorrow, I think again the form he talked about. I mean, it's interesting. VJ was chatting about the formations. I've got a feeling he's going to put another formation like he did similar to Tottenham tomorrow. I don't know why. I just think it worked effectively. And I think he can do the same again tomorrow. We'll see from the lineups we're going to see later on, but you'll see what I mean anyway. But yeah.
All right. Let's go to Eric Blue. Eric Blue, press conference, a more less controversial type of press conference, which is good. What should take from it?
Not much to say about the press conference, to be honest. There wasn't much. I can't even remember any main points that he made from, the main thing was, be professional, go into the game expecting a difficult, challenge and just, not taking any team for granted and going out there to win. That was the main point. I don't think we got any updates with the injuries of the players. I can't think of anybody who is a major.
Christensen is still doubtful, but he I think he said he trained.
Yeah. So in terms of the press conference, just the usual, little bit uneventful, which is not always a bad thing. But on the match,
I'll take it at this point in the season. To be honest.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm looking forward to the game. The lineup I did was a little bit strong, but I kind of did what DJ did as well. I was gonna actually put Jude Bellingham in the striker position because his name was Bell, right? And I couldn't find the.
Right. Okay.
But then I changed it back. I changed it back so you won't see Jude Bellingham. But yeah, I'm expecting a good result, and I don't think we will see what we saw against Spurs. I'm just assuming we'll go back to the 3-4-3, and we'll just have a very different lineup, and we should win.
All right. Couch is away for a little minute, so we'll go to him last. Let me hear what Nick has to say. Nick, what's your takes from that press conference, mate?
Yeah, big up, chaps, everyone. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say good luck to MDT with his, sickness relative. Yeah, it's not a nice thing. I'll pray for him.
Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't anything major what Tuchel said, really. He didn't mention too many things. The questions Well, nothing special, except the only good question was when they asked about Rudiger, and I like what he said. He's playing, he's doing everything. His training good, his mentality is good. Yeah, we're talking with him in a nice way. That's what I like. I like that. I really think now he's going to commit to Chelsea. That's what I want to see. But going back to the match, yeah, it should be straightforward. We should be beating this conference team, and with a high score. I think he's going to score 7-8-0. I hope.
Yeah,
that's a really. I like to see some goals.
Yeah.
Werner, centre forward.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to see. Yeah. To get his confidence up and get his eye in. Yeah, definitely. Wally is asking. I didn't know if we signed Bellingham. Eric, do you want to explain the whole thing, or shall I go for it?
Okay, I'll try to explain again. Okay, so basically, before we started the stream, we were talking about potentially putting players whose names sound similar to the youth players. So obviously,
because FIFA doesn't have the cards for all the players.
Exactly. So FIFA doesn't have Jude, Soons, or Bell. So I typed in Bell and Jude Bellingham. Obviously, there's Bell in his name, so I put Bellingham instead. But yeah, I took him back off.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some creativity.
It's for the no, it's good. It's for the lineup purpose, so you don't have an empty slot on your card, on your lineup card. Yeah, well, I knew it was that. That's why I got him to explain it, because we did have that conversation just before we went live. All right. Well, talking about lineups, Couch, are you back? Are you back? Are you still not there? The Couch is still not there. All right. So let's do the lineups. We'll start with Eric first. Who just jumped in? Hold on. Bobby just jumped in. Bobby, how are you, my man? How you doing?
Hey guys, hey Mo.
Yo.
I'm working, so unfortunately I can't hang around too long, but I couldn't resist popping in.
No problem. Bobby, did you see the Tuchel press conference today?
Yes.
What's your take on what he had said in that press conference? What's your thoughts on the press conference today?
Well, he alluded to, in what aspect? Well, first of all, let's go to transfers, because I think that's what you're alluding to. He alluded to the fact that Chelsea are looking for options, particularly in the left-back position. He didn't make a secret of it. And he said that the scouts are out there and yada, yada, yada. Yet 7 days in, it doesn't even look like anything's happening. I feel for him, really. You know how I feel about the slow pace, lack of decision making issues that we have when we're going for players. I don't fall for all this Chelsea's doing stuff in the background nonsense. Just get out there and do it. We've had enough time. So as far as that's concerned, we're looking. Some of the names I'm hearing, I'm a bit iffy about. I think we've missed a little trick with Kieran Trippier. He would have been a very good stopgap until Chilwell gets back, but he's gone. Digne, I think there's a problem with his wage demands. I don't know what the options will be. But as far as tomorrow's concerned, I think he will play a mixture of the youngsters and players coming back that need game time. I wouldn't be surprised to see people like Timo Werner start to get some game time, build them up for the big one, I think next Saturday against Man City, who, funnily enough, all of a sudden they have a COVID outbreak and have players resting. Anyway, I don't want to go into that either. So I don't know. I did listen to the press conference. I don't know what aspect of it you want me to focus on. But all I
to be honest, Bobby, the press conference to me today, it seemed very tame and very standard, routine. There was nothing that pops out at you because we've had so much controversy over the past few weeks that this press conference, it just felt like it was a little bit dull, to be honest, which is good in my opinion. Right now we need something a little bit more it will assist in the lowering of the blood pressure, if I can put it that way, and the cholesterol levels. It's something easy to digest because right now we've had so much controversy. Every press conference, every interview seems to start something new. It was good to have a nice, easy press conference, and hopefully we'll have a nice, easy fixture coming up as well.
We're still in the middle of controversy. We haven't sorted out the contracts.
Not in the press conference though. We have a ton. I mean, the only thing that was close to the controversy that was asked to him was, I think the question about Rudiger. Would he be the biggest signing he'll be making this transfer window? And to be honest, if Rudiger signs, that's a massive signing.
It is massive.
And hopefully it will happen. Can I
ask you a question, Mo, please?
Yeah, you're gone.
If I may, and indeed
Sure.
the other members of the panel. Now, we're made to understand that at least there are talks going on with Rudiger, at least. And it seems very much that we're made to understand that Christensen wants to go to Barcelona. But the Barcelona situation confuses me. On one hand, they can't even register players.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have them being linked with players. It just doesn't make sense. And they've still got $1 billion deficit in debt that they haven't sorted. And they've got their president coming out and saying, "Oh, we're back," which we all know is just bravado. And I'm just wondering how true really is this Christensen Barcelona thing? I mean, it seems quite weird to me. I don't know what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, Eric, I've actually got Andreas coming on tonight. He should be here at 8:30. So I'm definitely going to be addressing the question in respect to Barcelona and Andreas, and also Barcelona and the wingback Dest. Apparently he's also a player that Chelsea I'm interested in. The situation of Barcelona baffles the hell out of me. 1 minute, like you said, they're having to let players go because they can't afford to pay them, and the next minute they're looking to bring in players and attract players. I mean, Christensen plays for the European champions, a club that he was with since he was a kid, and we are keen to keep him. Yet he seems to want to go to a bankrupt team in Spain, which really baffles me. But I'm saving all these topics for Andreas once he comes in. So we will definitely address that, Bobby. We'll definitely address it when Andreas comes in. Let's go back to the game against Chesterfield. I have on the screen now Eric Blue's lineup. So this is the lineup that Eric Blue predicts we're going to go with. In goal, you got Benatelli, you got Malang Sarr, Baker, and Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta had cramp. Is he able to play?
No idea.
Yeah. You got Saul Niguez, Loftus-Cheek in the heart of midfield. You've got Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic as your wingbacks. Timo Werner, Ziyech, and Havertz up front. Explain it to me, Eric. Explain your lineup to me.
Well, most of it is based on just assumptions. It's not. There's no real hint as to what exactly we will see. So I think Bettinelli is the most obvious one that I put there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is back in training, so I expect him to play. Maybe he won't start, but I think he'll play. Saul, I see no reason to drop him. He should just keep playing. He's playing well. He's a player who we need to help give the other players some rest time. I don't see why Kovačić should get involved. So yeah, hopefully Aspi is fit. I think we need him. We need him very desperately. We don't really have too much cover in the right wing back position. I don't think Aspi is that effective going forward as a right wing back, and I don't think we will have so many defensive issues against Chesterfield. No disrespect to them. So that's why I have the two wing backs, for the speed and to help us going forward. At the back, Malangsa, he had a good game. His last game was pretty good. I think Baker is with the squad, so hopefully he starts. Werner is just coming back, so hopefully he can get him more involved. And I could have easily put Jude Soons or Bell as a striker, but I don't think Havertz has played a lot recently. So maybe Havertz can play again against Chesterfield, but I could have easily taken him out. Sorry. So yeah,
you don't see Lukaku playing to get his eye in for goals. Lukaku and Werner. I mean, together as a. No,
I don't actually know. I think he'll be rested, even though you can argue he doesn't need rest. But I don't expect him to start. He might come off the bench, but there's no reason to start Lukaku in this game. I don't think we need him. Even though you can say, it helps him to get the goals and get confidence and maybe, improve his chemistry with his teammates. But I don't think we don't need Lukaku to start this match. There's no point. So,
and there are 5 subs. Always remember.
Yes, yeah, there are 5 subs. That's true. So we can make a lot of changes.
All right. I like the lineup, and Aspi is fit as per TT. So, all right, let's have a look at Couch Critics lineup. Let me bring it up 1 second. This lineup is gonna be very interesting. Couch, you're gonna have to explain your lineup because it's gonna confuse a whole lot of people. You have
it confused me.
Yeah, you have actually you explain it, mate. You explain it. Take it away.
Okay, well, I think Bettinelli's going to start in goal just because he was on the Chelsea game card, so I feel like that's a surefire sign that they're going to use him. Christensen back in training, as long as he has no setbacks today, I think he starts. Malang Sarr comes back in after a good start at the weekend or the midweek. And I don't know about Chalobah. I just put him in there just because I don't know what the other alternative is. Don't think that we're going to see. It could be Azpilicueta. I don't know. That's probably the best bet, to be honest. Azpilicueta there, captain aside. So maybe not Chalobah, but Azpilicueta. Obviously, there's not a lot of player cards for the players that we have in reserves. So Simons is actually Xavier Simons. I got him at right wing back. At left wing back, I don't want Saul in there. Actually, I wanted to put Lewis Hall in there because he's been training with the squad. But again, I didn't have. So just make Saul Hall. And you're good.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then with Harvey Vale, there's no Harvey Vale, so Harvey I think will start in the midfield with Ruben and Barkley as a number 10, and then up top I put Callum and Werner. But I mean, it could really just be anything. It really could be anything. I just feel like this is the game because we have another one in the midweek against the Spurs that we're probably going to want a similar lineup to the one that we had this previous past game. So I think this is an opportunity for a lot of the kids to play just because it is, fourth tier or something like that? Like, is Chesterfield even like conference or something
Yeah,
like that, right?
conference league, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, if we're trying to test these guys and push them at a higher level, the highest level, and give them, like, opportunities, and this is probably one you could probably envision them playing in and playing well in. I'm talking about the likes of Harvey Vale, Simons, Lewis Hall. Like, all these guys should be able to play and give you good minutes there. Whether or not they play the whole 90, I doubt. They'll probably get like a 60, 70, and then you start ringing in some changes just to get some more senior players who haven't played a lot the last little while, some more minutes. But, I mean, like I said, this really could be anything. Yeah, and Langston needs help, so I'm going to end it there.
All right, sweet. All right. Yeah, so Couch Critic thinks we're going to have a lot of youngsters being given opportunity, a big rotated squad for the game. I agree. I think we will see a lot of rotation, a lot of new faces. This much, I don't know, but there will be a lot. And this is a game where we're able to make a lot of substitutions, so this is a possibility. It's a possibility. Now, let me see how many other lineups I got. I think I've got just one more. Yeah, I've got one more. It's VJ's lineup.
VJ. Oh, VJ.
VJ's. You haven't sent me a lineup yet, have you, DJ?
Yeah, I saved it. Isn't it come?
No, it hasn't come up.
Oh.
You need to attach the link in the group.
Okay, man, I'll do that now.
All right. So let's look at VJ's lineup while we're waiting for yours to come up. VJ has
I'll send you a line down. Well,
I haven't received it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to. Do you have to send it?
Yeah, you got to send it to me via Twitter.
All right, let me try again.
Yep. All right, so VJ has Kepa in goal, Rudiger, Malingshaw, Aspi, and Alonso playing 4-2-2-2. Loftus-Cheek, Saul. In midfield, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech on the wing with Lukaku and Timo Werner starting. VJ, run me through it.
All right, so I thought, as much as young players will probably feature in this game, I also think we'll not change the structure from the Tottenham game a lot. So I thought we'll go with the back four again. So Sarr and Rudiger actually had a very good game. So for me, them at the back as the back two, and Azpilicueta and Alonso. I'm not sure about Azpilicueta's fitness. So if at all, there is a difference in his fitness, then probably we might see someone else. Saul Niguez and Loftus-Cheek. Saul actually had a very, very good game. So probably he needs to continue his form in this game as well. So Saul plays for me. Loftus-Cheek, we saw him in that game against Tottenham. Maybe this is the game for him to get some minutes in his feet before getting ready as the fourth midfielder or the fifth midfielder, however you want to call it. So that's probably the reason why I want to put Loftus-Cheek. And this is probably the risk that you can take in Chesterfield's game, like playing Saul and Loftus-Cheek alongside each other, because against any other teams, this might not work out. So maybe Saul and Loftus-Cheek for this game. I thought Ziyech had a very good game. And Ziyech's link-up play with the Lukaku and Timo Werner in that game was superb, amazing. And I'd like that to continue in this game. That is the reason why I wanted all the three of them in the pitch, because that can really help us going forward. And this would be a good game for us to test it and extend it further. So I thought maybe Ziyech, Lukaku, and Werner starts for that purpose. Cho on the left wing, I mean, I didn't have any other player who could fit that profile, so I went with Cho. Maybe Pulisic comes in halfway through the game, they might alternate between them. So it could either be Pulisic starting or Cho starting there.
Yeah, no, it's a very strong lineup for Chesterfield. To be honest, I think. I think we will see a few youngsters in there. A few more youngsters in there. I mean, you got Malang Sarr playing. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe also Barkley playing in this game.
Well, can I say something? The only reason why I didn't have someone like Harvey Vale or maybe someone like Sun Tzu Bell is because the link up worked very well against Tottenham. So I probably think maybe Tuchel would try and extend that link up play once again in this Chesterfield game and see if this can be translated to Premier League games moving further. And if he wants to test it, this could be the good game to do it, is what I felt. That's the reason why I had the whole three people there, like Werner, Lukaku, and Ziyech. Otherwise, I could have gone for youngsters there.
I just got a question about the following game though, because we're going to be playing Tottenham again this Wednesday coming up, right? So you're basically playing the exact same lineup 3 games in a row. 3 games in 8 days. I know there's rotation and whatnot, or there's a chance for substitutions, but that's a lot still for guys that haven't been playing a lot.
Yeah, no, I think we will see a lot more changes because this lineup is too strong to be played against or to play against Chesterfield, and I just think we will see a lot more changes. Why play Callum, Werner, Ziyech, Lukaku? The other player missing there is Havertz, and it's too many attackers.
I'm really concerned about the bottom half. Alonso and Rudiger. These guys, if they go out, there's no one else. So I'm not too sure. And Aspi, you can say the same thing about Aspi on the right, but Aspi just go back into the team. So Alonso's been playing, pretty much every game in the Premier League. So that's the main concern.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Let's. I haven't received any more lineups, so I'm going to go and do the combined lineup for us. If you just give me a second, I will need to load it up. Squad builder. Yeah, I got it. It keeps on bringing out the old one. All right. Okay, so I just got to delete some of these players, and then we'll continue. For some reason, I have a lineup always saved on my link. Every time I press it, it comes up with this lineup. All right, so we all agree, or most of us agree, that Benatelli will start. Do I have any objections, guys? Anyone objects?
Nah. He starts.
I want to see him. I really do. Yeah. Hopefully.
So Italy.
Bettinelli. BT.
Bettinelli.
Yeah.
BT.
BET.
BET. IN.
There it is.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Maling's. Are we playing this formation, lads? Are we playing a 4 at the back?
I don't even think. I mean, it was a 4 at the back against Spurs, but it wasn't real. Okay, yeah, I know people say, but for me, it was like a partial 4 at the back, sort of. It wasn't like a real 4 at the back.
It was four at the back. When it came to the attack, we're playing four at the back. When we're defending, we're playing a 5-man defense. Ziyech was a right wing back when we were defending the game. When we were attacking the game, it was four at the back. So
I think
also Tuchel mentioned that in the press conference. He said in attack we were four at the back.
But
I think it will be four in the back because we're going to go and try and get a lot of goals, get our players going. You know, the forwards.
So what we're doing? Four what? 4-4-2. What formation we're playing?
I think I'm not expecting a
4-2-2. 4-2-2.
4-4-2 maybe, or 4-3-2. Yeah, 4-2-2-2. But in a normal four at the back, you don't really see. So you don't see what Ziyech did, becoming a wing back. That's the main thing I mean.
No. He played as a wing back. Whenever they had the ball,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When if you look at teams like Liverpool and Man City, you don't see them doing what Ziyech did. You don't have an extra man for the defense. So that's why I say it's not a full. It's a little bit of a partial four at the back that changes. But yeah.
All right. So who we having in defense? Our two centre backs. Malang Sarr is definitely going to be one, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Sarr will be playing. And I think Baker might be playing.
Yep. All right. Any objections, guys?
No.
Bobby, you're good with this? DJ, Couch, Eric?
Pardon someone.
Is Aspi on that list?
Yeah, we'll put
Aspi. Yeah. We could have Aspi as our right back.
Right back.
I'm not even sure I really want to see him play tomorrow. I think he should be on the bench. We've got so many youngsters.
Who would you play as the right back? Who would you play as the right back?
What's his name? Hall is. I can't remember his surname. His first name.
Did Simons not train or something? He played the last game, right?
Yeah, I mean we've got so many youngsters. I think this is really a game to blood them. If you have some experience like if you have some experience like Werner, because he will count as experience. Put the midfield with people like Saul and
Bobby.
and
We'll address other positions in due course. We have a youngster called Hall that can play right back. Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten his first name. But he's
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a geezer called Hall in the right. All right, we have a hole. We have a hole there. Left back, Alonso, or do we have someone else?
Iwakwe.
We've got Imba also, right?
Was he training with the team?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
I have a feeling that we won't see Mbuyamba this season. I don't think we'll see him.
But he's training with the squad consistently.
Yeah. I hope we do. I hope he comes in.
If he's training, then there's one of our centre backs. This is the kind of game for these lads. They should have enough to turn over Chesterfield. Sorry, don't know why I keep calling them Cheltenham.
It's fine.
All right, we're gonna have a youngster playing in the left back position. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way so we know what we're doing here. I'm gonna go.
I keep thinking about Leicester's player. Whenever we talk about Hall, I always think about Shrewsbury Hall, not the other Hall.
Yeah, Shrewsbury Hall. He played for Leicester, right?
Yeah.
Youngster. He had a very good game, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting old Chelsea icons in the places where we don't have a card or a player that we can put in. So
Did you just put an Ashley Cole there?
Yeah, Ashley Cole is on the left and Emmanuel Petit is on the right. It's easier that way, so we know these are going to be Chelsea youngsters, rather than just putting people with a similar name. So, all right, in the heart of midfield, who are we going with? We're going with. I saw a lot of you guys with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Saúl Ñíguez. You guys reckon we'll do that? Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Saúl Ñíguez?
I think for sure he will do that.
Yeah.
Myself. That's what I have.
Say again, Nick.
Yeah, I think he will go for Saúl and Loftus-Cheek because Saúl needs to carry on with his, a bit more games for him to carry on with his performance from Tottenham, and Loftus-Cheek, purely because he needs minutes, needs to get back. So I think it'd be them two. But I could see Barkley as well. Could be either Loftus-Cheek with Saúl or Barkley. But yeah.
Would you play Barkley here?
Barkley hasn't had minutes as well, but if one of them be on the bench, could be either.
No, I don't think so.
I think we will get Ziyech because Ziyech hasn't played at all. He's been missing for a while, so I think Ziyech will start and Barkley possibly because he hasn't played much.
Yep.
Well, honestly, if you have Saúl Ñíguez and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, you might need one person to replace them in the second half if at all that is required. So I think Barkley starts in the bench if Saúl and Loftus-Cheek are playing.
Fair enough.
Do you guys?
So who would you start?
I'd say Saúl and Loftus-Cheek start. Yeah. Sure.
Say again, DJ.
I was going to say Cho instead of Barkley on the left.
Right. Okay.
I think he would start.
By the way, sorry to pull you back, but the guy Hall I was talking about is Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Tariq Uwakwe.
Okay.
The other side.
Yep. All right, cool. Guys, Callum Ziyech, are you guys happy with that?
Yeah,
he could possibly do that. Yeah, I think Callum needs to play his minutes as well.
Right. Now, I think we will definitely see Harvey Vale playing tomorrow. Where would you play him? In attack or in up front?
Yeah, with big.
Could put him and Werner.
Vale Werner?
With Werner, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, because we need Werner. He has to play. He has to get minutes. Hopefully, he starts scoring, and it'd be a good chance for Vale to show us what he's made of as well against Chesterfield. He has to play. Yeah.
You know what? This is what I think, right? With respect to Werner and Harvey Vale, I wouldn't go for that combination. I'd rather prefer Lukaku and Harvey Vale because first thing, Lukaku gives him a lot of confidence when he plays with him. That I wouldn't say the same with Werner.
VJ, I think Lukaku will be on the bench with the rest of them because no one's, they're not going to risk getting any injuries.
I'm gonna do this. I actually think this is what's going to happen. Werner will play. And so will Lukaku.
You think so, yeah?
I think so because Werner will definitely be getting minutes. Lukaku needs to start scoring. So this is a game for both of them. And I think having three youngsters in Hall, Uwakwe, and Vale. Is a good way to go. I mean, we've got Balotelli, we've also got Lewis Baker, Malang Sarr. I think this is a balanced team. It's a balanced team with experience and at the same time with a lot of youth. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like that lineup. I like Lukaku to start, but I just have a feeling he might be on the bench And if it, you know, I just have it because it's Chesterfield. I don't think he might not. They might not risk him for injuries. I'm saying, you know, that's all.
Yeah, he'll probably be on the bench, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Reason. I've just seen that Christensen is back in training.
This is an interesting comment here by Wally. Wally thinks it might be like this. So you have Lukaku here, Timo Werner here, and Vale as a 10 on the left hand side. This could also work, but I think there'll be a lot more accountability on Vale because him and behind him another youngster, 2 youngsters on the same flank might be too much.
I only agree with this if maybe we get like 3-4 goals early and then they can come off the bench, go back on the bench, because I just don't see the need in playing such a strong. I don't want to see Lukaku starting at all. Like, there's no need to start him for me.
Right, so we'll take off Lukaku, put Vale up front, and Callum here.
Callum, yeah, for sure.
So go like this. All right. You guys happy with that?
Yeah.
I'm a bit concerned about.
I think that's more likely what Tuchel might do than put with Lukaku.
I'm a bit concerned
VJ, you were
about
saying?
the defense.
You concerned about the what?
The defense.
The
like,
defense.
There's no experience there.
Right.
Yeah. Like, at least one experience would have been better, is what I felt.
Yeah, all the youth, yeah, like you said. Although Baker is experienced, but he's not really. He's not a first teamer. He's not even a centre back. Yeah, he's a midfielder.
I think we'll be at the back. You have to have someone to control them. So it's got to be Aspie.
Basically, there's no leaders on the pitch. After the.
That's why you might see Aspie at the back
instead of Baker.
Yeah.
Or as the right back.
Right back.
Yeah, right back.
Hall, Lewis Hall.
Yeah.
Mo,
I
I need to log off. I'll be back hopefully in the next half hour. If you're still
I will definitely ask your question to Andreas regarding Christensen and the Barcelona link. I'll definitely ask him that. If you're back in time, then you can address it. If not, I'll make sure I ask him and get some information for you on that. All right, Bobby. I'll catch up with you. All right, guys. So this is the lineup. You guys are happy with this?
I think, with Aspie there at the back, yes.
I think so. Josh CFC is saying Baker right centre back. Yeah. Why not? I think he can do a job. We're playing Chesterfield, so we'll see. All right, guys. So this is the predicted lineup for the game against Chesterfield. Benatelli in goal, Saar, Baker in the heart of defence, with Awakwe as the left back and Azpilicueta as the right back. Loftus-Cheek, Saul Niguez in the heart of midfield with Ziyech and Callum. Out wide with Harvey Vale and Timo Werner up front. We predict it'll be a 4-4-2 lineup, maybe a variation of 4-2-2-2. So this is what we predict. This is we believe this will be a strong enough team to take on Chesterfield. In regards to Mbayamba, we're not sure if he's available. If he's available, I think he will start. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. Guys, we have another 15 minutes before we're joined by Andreas. So I wanna get your impressions on this game and the next few games coming up. What's your expectations?
You want me to go first?
Sure, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow we should win, probably comfortably. I'm sure we will. It'd be an easy game, and our main players will, have a nice rest, ready for the Tottenham replay. Tottenham, I think we're going to have a strong team out, but not with Kante. We don't even need Kante to start. I think we will save him on the bench, and have probably Kovačić and Jorginho starting against Tottenham. With Lukaku, of course, Havertz, Lukaku and Mount, probably. Then after that, we got Man City. So we got, we're going to have a Kante to come for that game. That game for sure for me starts. Even Tottenham, it could come on. It depends how the game goes. If we get an early go and make it 3-0, there's no need to play Kante. No, or even Thiago Silva. There's no need for him. So they'd be fresh for the City game. I can see us going to City and really, they're coming here, aren't they? No, we're going to City. Yeah, we're going to City. I can see us going and getting a win. If we play like we have in the last couple of games, Liverpool and Tottenham, same energy, we go to City and press them and don't sit back like we did in the first when we lost to them. We sat back and let them play. We have to do the opposite, go for them. When you go at City, there's more chance to beat them. Even Arsenal done the same. Even Arsenal were unlucky not to beat them.
Nick, I want to ask you this question because this was something that was discussed earlier. Chelsea against Man City. Who is the favourites in this game? Is there favourites, or is it going to be a toss of a coin?
No, I think City are the favourites for most people. They're gaining as favourites because they're top of the league. That's the only reason. If it was the opposite round, we were top, we'd be favourites. But they are favourites, and we always play better when we're the underdog. Like in the final, we beat them. So I fancy us.
All right, yeah. I think on form, Tuchel and Pep, I fancy us. I fancy us as well. We got Boogeyman jumping in. Boogeyman, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Hello,
Boogeyman. Hello, Boogeyman. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm driving home. Anyways, I've seen the Blue Lounge predictions, prediction lineup. It just look a little weak for me. Anyways, I would rather go and just kill the game in the first 45, then start bringing those youth in it. That would be my way of, because I think we have a lot of our first team player that need minutes. So I think this game is a welcome game, but I don't think it's time to start getting all those happy bells. And we're not going to need them that much. That's my view, anyways. I think Barkley need game time. Loftus-Cheek need game time. Ziyech need to play more game. We just got Werner back. He needs game time. Even Lukaku need to start finding the nets. So I don't care if it is a small team or not. We put those in it for 45 minutes, whatever they do. If we in the first 45 minutes we lead 4-0, then we start bringing all the youth in, because it's a 5 subs, right? We can just change the entire team and play another system if we want to. That will be my position. When it comes to Tuchel Presser, like you all said, he didn't say too much. I was more interested of knowing if we have any plan of bringing a specific player in it, but I didn't hear anything. And that would be my comment on today.
All right.
So the other question I have is,
Yeah.
after your guest, are you still on, or just after him, you're closing your, are you still?
We will be live for a couple of hours. So
Okay, good. Then I'll be home by then.
Yeah, no, we'll be live till about say 10 p.m. UK time. So a couple more hours. I mean, Andreas will probably be on for like half an hour, 45 minutes. I really want to get as much information from him as possible, and then we will spend the rest of the stream discussing it, because there is a lot to address in respect to this transfer window, and I think the best person to fill us in would be Andreas. So
you're right.
We'll be here. We'll be here. Yeah, take your time, man. Drive safe, and we'll see you when you get home.
Okay, man. Bye. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.
Take care, Boogie. Take care. Bye bye. I want to switch to Couch. Couch, you still there, mate? Or did you have kids with you? Let's go to DJ. DJ Sav, you're there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right. DJ, Chesterfield tomorrow, Tottenham on Wednesday, and then Man City on Saturday. You heard Boogeyman's comments. You heard Nick Blue's comments in respect to the way we're going to approach the game tomorrow. I can see all sides of it. I can see all sides of the argument. I think the next two games after this one are key. Tottenham, we have a 2-goal lead, so that is a game that should be relatively straightforward. Chesterfield, again, a game that should relatively be straightforward, but we can't take it for granted, and I don't think Tuchel will. The most important fixture in the next three games is the one, not this Saturday, but next Saturday against Man City. So how do you see us playing and approaching these games, mate?
Chesterfield for me for tomorrow, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It should be a win for us, but as I've said earlier on, Mo, it's obviously this is Chesterfield. This is their final. They're playing one of the biggest clubs around, so they're going to be up for the game. But overall, I'm not really worried about this game tomorrow. I think we should do whatever team we go out there and do tomorrow. We should beat them with respect. We should still go out there and beat them. Tottenham, again, you always call it 3-point lane, don't we? Every time we go down there, even though it's not White Hart Lane anymore. But again, we're 2-0 up in this game. We really shouldn't have any issues at this game at all. I think we should go there again and get a win over them. I'm not really worried about them. Manchester City, now, if we play the way we played in the Champions League final, and if Pep starts overthinking things, I don't see, like Nick Blue said, I don't see why we can't go there and win. I really can't. I think on our day, we can beat anybody. And I think with the players that we have, manager as well, if Pep's going to overthink, then Tuchel will be there to obviously pick up the pieces on it. So for me, again, tough game. I'm not going to underestimate Manchester City because they are what they are. They will be tough. But overall, I really think we can go there and get something out of the game. I can't see it'll be a tough lose. I can't see us losing. I can see us fighting and getting something out of that game. So for me, they're all. I mean, the Manchester City game for me will be the toughest, but we should still try and get something out of that game.
Yeah, guaranteed. I just want to say to DJ, just one thing I didn't say. Thomas Tuchel, if you remember when we lost 1-0, he looked so frustrated.
Yes.
I think he's going to want to put our one foot on Pep this time.
Yeah,
and he's
100%.
Going to go out. We're going to go straight out from the first whistle. We're going to press them and go. I think that's what we're going to do.
No, of course, and like I said earlier on, it's going to be tough, Nick. As I said, it's going to be a tough game. This is Manchester City, but we should. I mean, if we're on our game, I don't see why we can't get a victory there. I really can't be. We can't beat them. I really can't.
Because we beat them 3 times already. We can beat them again. Yeah,
and I think the defeat to them the start of the season was a miscalculation on our behalf and a lucky deflection on their behalf. It was a good game. but I think we didn't approach it in the right manner. The first 3 times we played them, Chelsea took ownership of the game. They dominated, they controlled the game, and we won convincingly. Champions League final and FA Cup semi-final, I believe, and the Premier League second tie. So we can beat them. We have it within us. We've done it with these lads, and I think if we beat them, hopefully we'll start a trend for them. A losing streak. You never know. I mean, and things could change because they still have to play Liverpool as well. It's not, for me, it's all about the semi-final and getting 1 over on Man City to keep the season interesting. Because after the Man City game, we're playing Brighton, and then we're back again playing Tottenham in the Premier League. We're gonna get sick of seeing Tottenham. We're gonna be sick of seeing Tottenham.
We never get sick of battering Tottenham.
But listen, we saw them at the bridge on Wednesday, and we can see them at the bridge on the 23rd of January. We're gonna be at the 3-point lane in midweek.
Yeah, but they're all. Yeah. I love playing against Tottenham. I love beating them, and I like the rivalry always.
Gabriel, why would you even say that, Gabriel? Come on, man. Stay positive, brother. Stay positive. We can, we got this. We got this, Gabriel. We got this. All right. I think Andreas should be coming. Just give me a second. I want to see where he is. He should be here in 5 minutes. Just to double check. All right. There's no messages from him, so he should be on schedule. All right, VJ. Give me your thoughts about the upcoming 3 matches, and how do you see it panning out?
I think the Chesterfield game should be pretty straightforward. Tottenham game, again, I agree to Gabriel's second sentence. We did lose an opportunity on closing the game. I mean, I would have been even more confident on a 3-0. But then, again, it's still Tottenham, so we still managed to win the game, but you don't worry about it, Gabriel. So that's for the Tottenham game, but the most important of these 3 fixtures would be Manchester City, because that could send them towards a downward spiral. On the other hand, that basically gives Chelsea a lot of confidence. So I think the Chelsea-Man City game is going to be very important. And if I may say something, Thomas Tuchel already has started preparing for the game, is what I think personally. I mean, we deployed a 4-2-2-2 formation sort of a thing. Now Pep would have already started overthinking. You know what? He's got a different formation. He's got a 3-4-3. What is he going to deploy? Who are the players who are going to be playing in it? This already would have aroused a lot of questions for Pep Guardiola, and that what that leads to. So maybe that could be a contributing factor in the Manchester City versus Chelsea game. Big up Matt. Matt is on the chat as well. I think the City-Chelsea game is going to be the most important of the lot. I just want Kante and Thiago Silva to be fit for the game. Maybe, I'm not sure how many training sessions they could possibly have once they return back before the City game. But having Kante on that pitch against Man City will definitely benefit us a lot. Maybe Kovačić, Kante, the way that they played, maybe once again we try and deploy the same system for the City-Chelsea game. We should have a fairly very good result against City. That's my thoughts on the 3 games. 2 of them straightforward, and City game we'll have to do some calculations and work, and I'm pretty sure Thomas Tuchel is up to the job.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Matt. It's good to see you in the stream, brother. I've been trying to sort out my my background and whatnot, so bought some lights, and I hope it looks good. Thanks for that, Matt. Thanks for that. Yeah. No, it's let me make the screen bigger. It makes a big difference, the background. and on Amazon, there's a couple of really good lights for a really good price. So, yeah, it was a good investment. Where is my old screen? Here we go. All right, now I want to hear from Couch Critic how he sees the future panning out for the next 3 games if he's back. You back, Couch?
Yes, temporarily. This kid's
right.
wilding, so I'll just get it quickly. I think this game on the weekend is one for the kids. We shouldn't really be looking to play a lot of the first team, especially if you like the performance in the midweek against Tottenham. You want to see them continue on into the next game. So I think this one's for the kids. Then the next Tottenham game, we go back to a similar lineup that we saw in the midweek against Tottenham. And then obviously for the Man City game, it's just got to be as serious as you can get. You know, the best, most informed lineup, the one that gives you the best chance to win. I still think that we need to see a lot of rotation from the midweek into the Man City game. So, especially with the fact that we're up 2-0 in this first leg, there might be some time for some rotation there. And if we can rotate a bit, we can possibly see, a strong lineup for Man City, and then also, we can nurse a 2-0 lead against Tottenham and hopefully just, rotate the squad a bit more there. But I wouldn't take a lot of risks here, because if we lose another key component to our team right now, we could be in really, really big trouble. So I would be cautious. Obviously, you want to win the matches, but at the same time, you definitely don't want to play somebody that you may deem unnecessary in these types of matches, because if you lose somebody, for instance, if we lose Lukaku or something like that against Chesterfield, that's just poor management on my part. That just seems like poor management, because it's not a game that you would necessarily have to see him play in. So yeah, I would cautiously use the kids and trust that they can beat like a Chesterfield team. And then when we get into the Tottenham game, we look for the same sort of lineup that we had previously. And then potentially going into the weekend, we go all guns blazing and go at City in a real way.
All right. Cheers. Thanks for that. Lads, we are about to jump into the second part of the stream. Andreas is about to join us, so we will be back in 1 minute. I'm going to have a small interval, and then we will be back with Andreas. So I'll see you guys on the other side.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look at 1 minute. In my opinion, one of the best goalkeepers.
We need you to think that you're going to be played against. So they want
I'm a little bit worried about tomorrow's game. I saw a stat online.
Sergio
You cannot play at the night. That is the second. We only have 2 months, 9 technical.
I know people have gone on about if we lose the cup, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope it's got it done.
All right, people, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the second part of the stream. The first part was the match preview. The second part is transfer news and transfer discussion. I have with me today a Chelsea correspondent, Chelsea reporter, freelance journalist, a person who has been in the know and who has been reporting news accurately, exclusively. Some breaking news have come from him. And he's also a big contributor to the Blue Lounge. He's always been here giving us his insight, his information on the screen and behind the screen as well. So I want to welcome to the stage Andreas Krosnord. Andreas, welcome. How you doing, my man? Andreas, you might be on mute. Your mic isn't working. Try again. No, there's no audio, Andreas. It might be a setting issue. No, there's still no audio, Andreas. Andreas, if you go into settings and have a look at your mic, it should be the third button at the bottom of the screen. Click on that and see what it says for your mic input. It might not be the correct input selected. You might need to change that. No, still no audio.
I like the jerseys in the background, though. Pretty sick.
Yeah, great jerseys, man. Great jerseys. Well, he can hear us, okay, but we can't hear him. Lads, just bear with us for a couple of minutes. I think it's a setting issue. Andreas, try backing out and coming back in again. That might fix it. If you plugged in or unplugged your mic as you were connecting, it could do that. So back out and come back in again into the stream. It might fix it. Right, we'll wait for Andreas. These things happen. Technical issues are known to happen, especially on the Blue Lounge. I've had my fair share of them. I think we had the same issue with VJ in the last stream. Was it VJ that we had an issue with?
No.
VJ, you always got issues, man. Why are you fronting?
Yeah,
man.
He's
that
like,
was long time
I'm hearing
back.
an echo. He hears
that
echoes
echo.
when there's no echoes, man.
He feels like
There's always echo.
You
Even now,
largely. It's been great the last little while, but I remember there were some times where I was like listening to your what is it on Twitter there. You had like a live feed there, and it was just like crackle. So,
Coach, I basically realized I thought it was basically a mic issue, okay? And it took me around 3 to 4 streams, or maybe more than that, to even realize that it was my laptop issue. My MacBook is not working properly, so I'm actually, plugged into my Windows laptop, and that's working fine. I mean, I never thought it would be a laptop issue, but then, I was hoping it was a mic issue. I contacted the microphone dealer and all of them, and they said everything is working fine, all peachy from our end. And then I realized it's a laptop issue.
yeah, you shouldn't expect that with Macs. We have to pay for these things. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Andreas is back. Hopefully, Andreas, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, loud and clear. Welcome back.
Yeah, I
Andreas,
have to use my telephone now, so.
All right, well, it's cool.
The best,
It's cool.
but yeah.
Andreas, welcome to the Blue Lounge. We've not had you for
so
a little while. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I've been good.
So are we. And to be honest, there's a lot of questions that we are going to bombard you with regarding Chelsea, regarding the transfer market, regarding contracts. As you're aware, we have a issue right now, and that is we've got a lot of players injured, and we've got a key area of the field that is currently suffering, and that is the wing-backs. Reece James and Ben Chilwell are both out. It looks like Reece James might be back towards the end of the month, mid next month. Ben Chilwell will not be out until next season. Ben Chilwell will be out until next season. So we are hearing reports about Chelsea potentially in the market for a wingback. A lot of names have been mentioned. Lucas Digne, Dest, Theo Hernandez. There's a whole bunch of names that have been mentioned.
Yeah.
Where is Chelsea likely to go in regards to solving the wingback situation for us?
Yeah, what I'm hearing is like the two main targets now is between Luka Digne and Emerson. The only issue that would be if you go for example, for Digne, is that Chelsea only wants a loan. It's as simple as that. Chelsea want a loan, maybe with a buy option, but then other Premier League clubs are actually willing to pay what Everton wants. The thing is, like, Digne wants Chelsea. I broke this news last week or earlier in this week. I don't remember really, that Lucas Digne had agreed personal terms with Chelsea, because this is what Chelsea always do. Chelsea are always agreeing the personal terms before they go out and make the deal. So they will have it ready if they decide to go in for him. They will already have the personal terms ready, so they will do it quickly. That's a strategy. That's why Chelsea agreed the personal terms. It's not many that have reported this, but it's normal because it's not advanced stages in talks between Everton and Chelsea. That's why no one is talking about the agreed personal terms. But I have some good friends that can back me up on this. Ekram Konur, he was on Twitter, he posted it just after me. We got this information in Fidjais. When I'm working, I'm giving them some news. And he's one of my partner. Another partner is called Argento Secreto. He's another good friend that's working for Fidjais. And we all got this info. This info I received was directly from Ekram, because he was actually, he had a direct phone call with the agent of Luka Digne just this week. So that's why we broke it, because Ekram just had the talk with the agent of Luka Digne, and he was so clear. He said there was only Chelsea that's on his mind. Of course, if there is no possibility and Chelsea and Everton can't find agreement, then maybe Aston Villa, or I don't remember which clubs that are in for him at the moment, but maybe he will go
Newcastle,
there.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
have
but
also
Newcastle
been
is a
mentioned.
no, I think, because he don't want to go there at all.
Yeah,
but he has also interest from Napoli.
Trippier. Yeah, I think they signed Trippier.
Trippier was actually a player that Chelsea looked at, but in the end, it was so advanced with Newcastle, so it was no chance. Also because I think now Chelsea are so slow. I don't know why they are waiting so much before they go and buy this wingback. It's so clear we need one. We have matches now, important matches now we are playing. Why are not the board going out and just go in advanced stages with Leo to get Emerson back, or to go and just buy Luka Digne? Why? This can really be a huge factor for our season. If we can go now, if we wait many games, if we do it late in January, many games will be gone, and maybe the result will not be so good because of it. But at the moment, the situation is very clear. Chelsea wants a wingback. I'm seeing many reports think that Chelsea are going to buy 2 wingbacks this January. I don't think so. I think Chelsea are only going to buy 1. Lucas Digne and Emerson remains the 2 favorites to take that role, but Dest is another player on the list.
Andreas,
so let's see.
Is Dest a potential summer transfer, or a possible January transfer?
Dest is for January, because from what my feeling is like Thomas Tuchel is not so keen on Dest after seeing his performance in Barcelona. For me, this is more Marina trying to find he's available. Barcelona is available to sell him. This is why he is on the market. He's on the market and available. Barca wants to sell him. They are in huge trouble, so they are offering him to Chelsea. That's it. Marina wants him, but I don't think Tuchel wants him.
There is a player who can fill in, or can also do the right wing back role. He's a player that's been linked with Chelsea for a while, and that's Koundé. Koundé is a potential centre back for Chelsea, but he can also play in the wider roles. Where are we with Koundé? Because we were almost we almost signed him in the summer. Didn't happen. We know the player wants to come to Chelsea. We know the player is keen on Chelsea. Where are we with Koundé?
Well, I have to be honest. I don't think we are going to sign him in January because we have to pay his release clause or close to that or whatever. And I don't think they will do that in January. We know that Koundé, of course, would love to come to Chelsea. And what Chelsea are now doing, because they want him in the summer, not in January, but what Chelsea are doing is like they are trying to talk with Jules Koundé's agent regularly. So I have some reports, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe they will have new contacts because they are going contacts all the time because Chelsea and Marina wants to make sure that Koundé still wants Chelsea, so that when we come to the summer, his heart is set on Chelsea. This is why Marina is trying to have contacts. But when we hear about these contacts now, it doesn't mean that Chelsea are going to sign him in January. I can't see it because Sevilla will not let him go if not a crazy bid will come in, and such a fee for a January signing. I mean, I can't see it because Chelsea also spent a lot of money last summer as well. So I can't see Chelsea going for him now.
Okay. I'm going to give the guys in the panel a chance to come in. I promise, lads, I'm going to ask one more question, then I'll give you guys a chance to come in. Andreas, we have two players who are out of contract at the end of the season, specifically Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. It seems like Andreas Christensen has his heart set on Barcelona. That is what has been reported. My question is that true? And the second question is, how likely are either one of them or both of them will sign the contract and stay for Chelsea?
Well, I will say this, that last night I talked with a very, very reliable journalist that's covering Barcelona, and he said that it's, of course, a lot of Spanish media coming out and saying it's closed, it's done. Always like this in the Spanish media, we can see with Haaland what they are doing. And he said that it's not so true. It's not so true because, yes, it's true that Xavi wants him, Barcelona are keen on him, also Atletico Madrid. But it's not like he has put his heart on them. Christensen is just more like open to every situation at the moment. And I think that this week, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, Tuchel had a meeting with Andreas Christensen. The feeling around this was like Andreas Christensen's first priority is still to stay at Chelsea. I think it's still very, very, very likely Andreas Christensen will stay at Chelsea. It's not like the board doesn't feel he wants to go, but he's open for everything. He's just waiting for the situation. Maybe he wanted a little bit more wages, but we know from the last months he was so close to signing. I mean, it was so close. He said they had messages between each other and it was like almost he was going to sign, but it didn't. But I don't think a lot of these rumors about Andreas Christensen is true, from what I know and from what I've been told. And remember, Fija is where I'm now working a little bit and giving them some news. They are Spanish and they have some great Spanish journalists working and writing for them, and they told me that it's not so true what they are trying in the media, because the media is just doing this also in Barcelona because they are desperate for a centre back. But let's just have a reminder that Barcelona just signed Torres. They couldn't even register him. I mean, they are in such a bad situation. I think if it's one of our defenders that will leave, I think it will be much more likely Azpilicueta, because also the same guy I talked with yesterday, he's very good. He said that Xavi had 2 conversations already with Azpilicueta directly over the phone. I think Chelsea now might think if Azpilicueta will not accept the contract offer they will maybe give him, maybe even we will know next week, then they might not. Then they might be open to sell Azpilicueta.
All right. Thank you, Andreas. Guys in the chat, feel free to to pose any questions you have to Andreas. Take it away, lads. Take it away.
Andreas, this is Vijay from SportsWire. I just had a quick question. First of all, good work on Twitter. I always follow you for Chelsea's latest news.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, so I just wanted to check with you on this pre-contract, things that are happening around, right? Can you explain to us, is there a possibility that we could go ahead and sign a pre-contract with Koundé, or what is basically stopping us? Because pre-contract, to my knowledge, is something that you sign even if you have the contract extending in the last 6 months. Towards the end of the contract, you still can go ahead and sign a pre-contract. So if that is the case, why not secure the player through a pre-contract for Koundé? What is stopping that?
I think it's a possibility. It's a possibility that they do it, but I don't think Chelsea even feel like they need to do it because they are so confident next summer that they will get him, because the personal terms was totally agreed. I mean, even if other clubs come in, I can't see him go to any other. The feeling from Koundé and the feeling Chelsea have now is that Koundé will only go for them because Chelsea have showed him such amount of interest, and it's really tempting for him. From what we was told was like he was so keen on the move, and he was even if Real Madrid would go in, he would still pick Chelsea. That was the feeling the agent was going after. And also remember that he has the same agent as Tchouaméni, and I think there has been a lot of conversations between Tchouaméni and Koundé about them both going to Chelsea, and this is what my feeling are and what's happening. I can't say yet if they're going to have a pre-agreement now, but I think it's possible. For sure, it's possible.
Well, hold on. Are you guys talking about a pre-agreement with Koundé? How many years does he have left on his contract?
Just 6 months more.
Just 6 months?
It's coming towards the end of the contract, right? I mean,
no, that can't be true.
Andreas.
They would have taken that deal.
Yeah, in factor like this is okay, but I mean, like, it's possible that what I'm meaning is possible that Chelsea and Koundé can have an agreement that he's going to sign for them either. It's a possibility that they can. It's not on paper. It's nothing like this, but of course they can agree with each other. This is also possible, and this is
right.
probably
They can
what
speak
I mean.
terms
Yeah.
once you have the opportunity to talk to the player and his agent. Like if Sevilla grant Chelsea the opportunity to talk to his player and agent, then you can agree personal terms. But what you can't do is negotiate a contract when he's under contract with Sevilla. That's very important because I'm reading the chat right now, and like Vijay, only players that have 6 months left on their deal can negotiate deals with new teams.
Yeah, but you need to remember here that it was already agreed personal terms last summer.
Right. So I think what he
on.
was saying was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Vijay, you were asking basically if Chelsea can just bypass Sevilla and just negotiate terms with them at this point, right? Because
just to confirm, Koundé's contract expires in 2024.
Then it's not a possibility. Yeah, I get it, Kasim. Yeah. I was of the impression that it's getting over by this summer or something. So, yeah. Makes sense then.
Okay. Anybody else has a question?
Are there any other targets for left or right back that we haven't really considered? Like, I'm just thinking. Okay, hold on a sec, bud. Because I'm hearing a lot of, like, obviously the Dean and Dest. Is there anyone else that they have on their radar, or is it just about like bringing back?
Trippier was also in the list. Trippier was also in the list.
Trippier, right?
Trippier was also in the list, and now Tagliafico is also a player that they have in the list, but it was mainly Dest and Tagliafico, Trippier, Luka Digne and Emerson. This was the players that they looked at, because it's not so easy to get the top ones like Theo Hernandez, because many are saying Theo Hernandez is a big option, and I don't understand this rumor, because from AC Milan is clear, because I have some AC Milan friends. You can follow him on Twitter as well, Alessandro Jacobon. And I talked with him about the Theo Hernandez. What's happening with, do you think it's a possibility that he can come to Chelsea? And he said no chance. He's actually in deep negotiations to extend the contract with AC Milan. So Tagliafico is maybe another option. But I think the most likely thing is either we will see Emerson back or Digne, or we might see another opportunity arise and something else will happen. Another name will arrive soon. But for now, this is the two most likely players.
And I'm assuming that you think that Tchouameni is just not an option for January, more the summer kind of thing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Theo Hernandez could be a possibility for summer.
I just want to ask you in regards to player sales. There's been a lot of talks, and me and you had a discussion about this a few months ago regarding Hakim Ziyech to AC Milan. Is there any possibility that Chelsea will be selling anybody in January? Is there anything being put in place maybe for the summer in respect to our attackers? Because there's a lot of talk in respect to Chelsea looking to bring in maybe a Chiesa, and to do so they would have to get rid of an attacker. Is there anything in the works in respect to this?
But Chelsea won't sign any important attackers like Ziyech or Werner without a replacement. And we know that it's not likely that we will bring in a Chiesa or an Antony or a Rafinha, because these are the three main names for winger next season. But I can't see them go in and sell any players. Maybe Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley is a player that they might be looking to offload on loan or whatever. Maybe Newcastle come in. Who knows? But I can't see Chelsea sell Hakim Ziyech now. From what I'm told, he's staying. Same for Werner. And also the thing with AC Milan with Hakim Ziyech is that Alessandro, the same guy I talked about earlier, he said also that there is no chance for us in AC Milan to go and buy Hakim Ziyech this January. So I can't see anything happening in the attacking sense. Maybe we'll sell Barkley and that's it. If not, then it has to come a very, very big opportunity to come. That's the only possibility I can see any attacking players come to Chelsea this January.
And going back to what Couch was asking in respect to Tchouameni, is Tchouameni the number one target for Chelsea when it comes to a midfield addition, possibly next summer, or is there other players?
It's very, very hard to understand who is the first target, because Tchouameni is being a player also the same with Koundé, that Chelsea are continuing having talks with the agent of the player. Declan Rice is another player that Chelsea are still monitoring, and if they will not buy him for £100 million, let's be honest here, but if they go down, maybe Chelsea can go 80, maybe Chelsea will go something 80 if it will be a big race for Tchouameni. And now we know Manchester United and Liverpool will be joining the race to sign him. And if it will be a big bidding war there and the price will go for Tchouameni like 60, 70, then I think Chelsea will just pay for Declan Rice 80 million instead. So I think it's between those two. We're also hearing news about Boubacar Kamara. It's another player that they have spoken to the player's agent, but I think still is those two players are the two most likely players to come. But I think it's, many ask me also, can both come? Personally, I can't see it happening. I think it's either one of them, and I think for me it's very difficult to be honest to say if it would be Tchouameni or Declan Rice, because it's such an open race and it's so long time until the summer. But those are the two names.
Does anybody else want to jump in, or shall I continue?
Yeah, I want to ask you, Andreas.
Go on, Nick. Yeah, go on, Nick.
Andreas, I'm going to go off the topic now, not about transfers. Do you know anything about the future of Stamford Bridge? What Roman is thinking, or any update on the redevelopment?
The stadium?
Yeah, the stadium, because as you know, we have so many fans who can't get tickets, and it's about time we go over 40,000.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, they are discussing it. They are talking about how to extend the stadium. We know they have the plans to build the 60,000 stadium, but it was put on hold. Of course, it's still something they are discussing, but I know also they have also been discussing something, I don't know, to extend the shed end and maybe the Matthew Harding stand. We know it's very, very difficult because it can, the hotels, everything is so close.
Yeah.
But I'm told they're trying to see if there's still any options for that, and to maybe extend the stadium for the shed and then Matthew, and maybe the stadium will go to a capacity of 50,000.
Yeah.
It's nothing advanced. It's just something they are talking about because they're just thinking about the future. But I can't see anything happening now in the next couple of years. But okay, maybe it will happen, but it's just something they are discussing.
That's why I want to say that's what I've been thinking for a long time, since they were planning to demolish the stadium and rebuild it at the same spot. That might be another idea. Do you think they can still do that?
Build a new stadium, smash it and build a new.
On Stamford Bridge, I mean, where we are now, to bring it down and build it again, like a new 60,000 stadium.
Well, the thing is, it's very, very expensive, of course. They have the permission from the last thing. But the thing is, like, it's so expensive. I mean, 1 billion is the price for it, and that's very, very much. If you look at what the price of what Arsenal paid for their stadium, what was it, about 200 million, something like this? And this is the same capacity, maybe a little bit more capacity than Arsenal, and it will cost 1 billion. It's so expensive because if they have to rebuild everything, they have to, demolish so many buildings and everything. So
So the
difficult.
The best idea will be to redevelop, make the stands, like you said, bigger. That's what I'm hoping for.
But there are a lot of issues because of the buildings. I know there are a lot issues about how you can extend the shed and the Matthew Harding stand. Still, they're trying to find any possibility, still to see if it's any possibility to do it. But they're just discussing. It's nothing they are planning or thinking like doing in the next years. Maybe we will see in the future, but it's nothing like, I don't know what to say, but maybe advanced.
Yeah, I think one day, but like you said, it won't happen right now. We need to do that because, it's no good. 40,000 it's a small crowd compared to the big team.
Definitely a step in the right direction if Chelsea were to expand. I mean, tickets are hard to come by. Season tickets, they're very expensive, and I think it's a good money maker, a good revenue stream to look at expanding the stadium. I wanna look at a question here by Faldiaso, by Boogeyman. Andreas, for those of the people in the chat who don't know, Andreas is Norwegian, so I want to get your insight in respect to the Erling Haaland story. Erling Haaland situation, we all know what happened in the summer. His contract or his release clause kicks in this summer, so he's available for something around 75 million euros on a release clause. Who are the clubs that are currently interested in him? Who are the clubs that are likely to secure his signature in the summer? And is Chelsea in the race?
I've always said that Real Madrid and Manchester City are the two big favorites to sign him because Real Madrid are Real Madrid and they want to come back. They have made it very, very clear that they want to get both Mbappe and Haaland in the squad. The same with Manchester City because they really, really need a striker. They don't have a striker. Bayern Munich will be there. From what I think he's going to want La Liga move or a Premier League move instead of Bayern Munich because he wants a Premier League or a new challenge. Maybe everyone in Norway, when we grow up, we play football and we dream of playing in the Premier League. This is the culture here. Everyone wants to play Premier League football. Juventus going to be there. Manchester United said they're going to be there, but for me, the two favorites are clearly Manchester City and Real Madrid. My personal opinion is that I can't say this 100%, but I don't think Chelsea are signing Erling Haaland. I think Romelu Lukaku, when we bought him, he is the player, the guy that Chelsea are going to rely on. And it's no chance that Chelsea are going to sell him in the summer. It was no chance that they were going to sell him in this January, but was absolutely no chance to sell him in the summer. And I can't see Erling Haaland and Romelu Lukaku in the same team, because then what is going to happen with Kai Havertz? What is going to happen with Timo Werner? Remember, we are playing a 3 at the back, and we already have a lot of good attacking players. That's a lot of on the bench, and we can't sell everyone at a time and just change everything. I can't see Chelsea going for Haaland. Maybe a winger is something I think is more likely instead of Haaland.
All right. This is a question that comes up a lot when we're discussing on the panel, and maybe you can give us an insight in respect to the way transfers are done, the way contracts are negotiated. We get into a debate on this stream in regards to Marina Granovkaia's role when it comes to negotiating, when it comes to the contracts. Is she the one that decides the contract, the deal, or is she the final piece of the jigsaw where she just comes in and signs the paper? What role does she have when it comes to these different tasks?
But she is very, very much involved in everything. She is not like just doing the final things. Of course, there are a lot of people in Chelsea that the fans won't know about, but that are working on this as well with Marina, with Petr Cech. But, Marina is talking with Petr Cech, she's talking with Tuchel, and they decide together with the other staff in the team that what are we going to buy, what are we going to do with the contract situations and everything. And yes, Marina Granovkaia is maybe a bit slow sometimes. People are so desperate and so sad because she couldn't pull the Haaland thing off, but that was something crazy if Chelsea would have pulled off that last summer. They were almost close, but that would have been crazy. I can't see any club in the Premier League that could have made that transfer happen in the summer. She's maybe a bit slow, but from every other club's perspective and from the other directors, everyone, she's so respected. So she has to do something, right?
Makes sense then. I also had another question on the player sales, Andreas. We've been talking about this, Bakayoko. We've been talking about Barkley, all these people, playing in our squad, being on continuous loans for loan spells, 8 seasons, 9 seasons now. What are the futures of these these players? Are they going to be going out on a loan so that we can get our young academy players into the team and then start integrating them, or is it still going to be them around the team because it's not helping us anyways?
No, their strategy is to loan them out because they are getting money from when they're loaning them out, and they are getting money. And the thing is, nobody wants to buy a Bakayoko. I mean, this is the thing. Nobody wants to buy him. People are just willing to give him the loan. So, and Chelsea don't want to have him in the team, so they are just loaning him out season after season after season until his contract maybe is gone, and they will extend it with 1 year. So but still, they're getting money off it. They're getting like 5 to 10 million every year, maybe from these loans, and in total, it's a lot of money that the club is gaining to just loan them out. So it's a good strategy for Chelsea to loan these players out. And same with Barkley. Now he's in the squad, but if some clubs, one Premier League club or any half decent club will come in for him in January and offer you some good money and some game time for Ross Barkley, then Chelsea will be totally open to loan him.
Makes sense.
All right. Anybody else wanna ask Andreas anything? I've not heard from DJ. I've not heard from Eric. Are you guys content?
Yeah, I'm pretty Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm content with what I've heard. I'm not too happy, but I'm content with the information we've gotten. I just hope Chelsea can make at least one important signing to help us for the rest of the season.
Kasim,
yep.
I quickly wanted to ask, maybe Andres might not have a lot of insight on this, but probably he might have a better insight than us as a fans watching the game. So there's been a mixed message that is being sent across the Chelsea community regarding the financials of Chelsea Football Club. We've not known the details of it, and we probably will not know the entire story of it. But then, Andres, from your perspective, what do you think is Chelsea's financial situation right now? Is it in a good shape, or is it in a healthy situation? Do you know any additional information from what we already know?
Yeah, it is. From what I know, I think the situation is pretty clear. They are very, very much financially stable. I mean, since the transfer ban, Chelsea have been spending money. They just bought Romelu Lukaku for almost £100 million. They bought Werner, Havertz, everything like this before in the summer. They are very, very much financial healthy, if you can say like this, at least compared to the other clubs. I mean, look at Barcelona. Look at many other clubs. It's totally different story.
Andreas, I wanna look at it from this point of view. Right now, we are seeing a big problem, a financial problem, and there's a lot of talks currently being discussed about the impact of the pandemic on world football in general and the Premier League specifically. But we've also seen Chelsea report some losses because of the pandemic and the lack of fans in the stadiums and whatnot. How is the position of Chelsea in respect to the other clubs, in respect to the financial stability? Because yes, we've had losses, but are we still in better shape than the other clubs, or are we in the same type of? I mean, where do we stand on the barometer of financial success or financial solvency?
Well, this is what I'm trying to explain. From the last question, is like Chelsea are a lot above the other clubs, also because we have Roman Abramovich. He is making sure, yes, he's maybe not so much in England anymore, and all this stuff, but from what we are told is like he is still very, very interested in Chelsea Football Club and still loves the club. So from my feeling is like Chelsea are above a lot of other clubs. It's also because, as you said, it's only 41,800 seats in Stamford Bridge compared to the other stadium. Look at Camp Nou, it's 99,000, almost 100,000 seats. So of course this is also different. And on top of that, imagine in Barcelona they have a less richer owner than Chelsea, and still they have getting the loss of 99,000 fans. So even if you look at other clubs in the league like Liverpool, yes, they don't have the stadium of Old Trafford, for example, but still they are so what you can say, they are so in need of the supporters of the stadium, because they are not as financial stable as Chelsea. The owners, I mean, have you seen the net spend of Liverpool? This is why I think there has been so much luck for Liverpool to be in this stage and have all these great players. Who would know that Van Dijk from Southampton should be the best centre back in the world? Who would know that Mohamed Salah should be one of maybe the best in the world at the moment? Who would have known that guy from Roma? Who would have thought that Sadio Mane from Southampton would have been one of the best wingers in Premier League history? Fabinho, every single signing they have got has been such a success for them. And this is maybe the difference also why Chelsea have been less than Liverpool in the last years. We have spent more money, but Liverpool spend on the right players. And I think in the coming years, I think Liverpool, when they have to replace Salah and Mane, I think they will do mistakes. And then I think they will fall behind again because they are not spending the same amount. Have you seen the difference from net spend from Chelsea, Manchester City and Manchester United? And then you compare this with Liverpool. Is a huge gap. But I think Chelsea are very, very good financial stable from what I'm told. So
fantastic.
There's no problem.
Fantastic. Andreas, who is going to come through the door in January, and who could potentially be leaving in January?
Well, do you mean what I think, or?
Yeah. I mean, if you were gonna, based on what you've heard or what you've seen, you see, the thing is, we speculate a lot. As fans, we speculate. As journalists, you guys have access to more information than we do. We believe we would like to see some enforcements to the wingback positions. So,
of course,
what do you think is going to happen?
I think Chelsea are going. My prediction is Chelsea are going to get a left back or a wing back, if you want to say that. Very hard to say. I will say either Emerson or Luka Digne. It's very, very hard also because they have already spoken to Lyon about getting Emerson back, and Lyon was clear they want him to stay because Emerson is playing at a very, very high level now in Lyon, and he's playing very, very good for them. So it will be hard to get Emerson back as well. But either Luka Digne or Emerson, I would say. Maybe maybe a right wing back, maybe a Dest and a Luka Digne. That's all. But from what I think only one left wing back, and then I think Ross Barkley.
Look at Digne on a loan.
That's my prediction. Luka Digne, I would say Luka Digne on a loan and Ross Barkley to leave on a loan.
Right. Okay. All right. Before I let Andreas go, does anybody else want to ask anything? You guys are good?
Yeah, sorry, Mo. Just one quick thing, really, Andreas. A quick thing. While you guys were just chatting now, I just saw something that just come up on tweet. I just saw that Chelsea are now working on Ryan Bertrand to come back to Chelsea. I've just saw a tweet come up on that. I don't know how much of that is true. I've just seen that just back up on the...
Yeah, but which source has said this?
Just now. The other thing I was going to say was about our manager, really. It came up so quick. I don't know. It just came up so quick and went. So I don't know
but with the Ryan Bertrand thing, I can't.
What I was going to ask you about really was that Oh, flip! I won't be. I've got to go. If I cut off it, mate, I'll cut off you completely. I've got to go and check it on a different thing. But anyway, just a quick thing for you, Aaron. It was really about our manager, really. You know, this whole situation with Lukaku, what happened? Obviously, our board have obviously backed him, and so the players have backed him. Is that something? So, I guess the question probably would be, you probably wouldn't know this. Is Roman Abramovich really into obviously want to keep Thomas Tuchel at the football club? Because over the past with player power, and usually the manager tends to go out the door. But in this situation, is that a big thing showing now that we are actually showing confidence in our manager and he's looking to stay?
Yes, they are showing confidence in in the manager they have done from the beginning after they won the Champions League. It has been so clear that Thomas Tuchel has been the right manager, and the board, Petr Cech, and everyone are so happy with him. So he is still a big part, of course. I can't see he's not going to get sacked or anything like this. Yes, the Romelu Lukaku situation was not too good. From what we have been told, it's like Romelu didn't mean it in this way. This was not what Romelu wanted. And what we retrieve in info from so-called the sources says that Romelu still loves Chelsea, and that he understands it was a big mistake, and that he meant when he said in the summer that he wanted to come back to Chelsea. He wanted to prove everyone wrong. He meant that, but also he wanted to be so honest with the Inter fans, because Inter meant so much for him. The fans were so happy with him in Inter, but when he left, the fans was going crazy, and it was really hard for Romelu to take this on his shoulder, because he was so close with Inter fans. But now I think everything is forgotten now. Romelu Lukaku is still a big part of the squad. I'm seeing many say that Tuchel didn't want Romelu. It's wrong. It's totally wrong, because when Marina Granovkaia told Thomas Tuchel about the possibility of bringing Romelu Lukaku, then Thomas Tuchel was very eager to have him. So I think everything now is cleared. They are going to move on, and Romelu Lukaku, he remains a major part of the squad, and they want to build their attack around Romelu, and they have full trust in him.
Fantastic. Andreas, brother, thank you for coming on. Thank you for making time. I know you have a busy schedule, and we've tried many times to get you on, but because of work, it's not always been easy. So we appreciate your time. We appreciate you for coming, man. It's good to have you. I will continue to ask you to come on. This is your home. This is your channel, Andreas.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you back on here, man. Guys, I have put Andreas's Twitter handle in the chat, and it's on the screen now. I'm sure most of you guys have already followed him on Twitter, but if you haven't, click on that link and follow him on Twitter. Daily updates, actually. Hourly, if not every half an hour, you will get an update from Andreas. Always on point. Always good insight. Andreas, my brother, thank you for coming on, and we will talk to you in the near future. Thank you, brother. Have a good day.
Cheers, man. Take care, mate.
We go. Andreas, fantastic guy, fantastic insight. Guys, I will be giving you a couple of minutes each to give me your final thoughts in regards to where we are, where we're going to be, and what you guys have picked up on from what Andreas said before we conclude the stream and get ready for the game tomorrow. We will be doing a match review after the game tomorrow, so we will be doing that. So I'll start by I'll go to the senior gentleman in the room. I'll ask Nick to give me his final thoughts on everything that he's heard today moving forward. So, Nick, give me your final thoughts, mate.
Yeah, very good comments. Everything I was saying before Andreas come on, he asked VJ about the Barca, about Lukaku, about Lucadini and everything. Everything I wanted to hear, I heard, and I knew anyway. But regarding Lukaku now, after you heard from Andreas, I hope the haters were watching this channel so they can see what's really going on, because they're still going on that bloody Twitter saying stupid things about him, that Tuchel didn't want him, that he never loved Chelsea and all this rubbish, which I've been hearing too long now, and that really disappoints me from some fans. But I think I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It should be an interesting game. Hopefully, I think we're gonna see a lot of goals. And on Wednesday, of course, even bigger thing to look forward to go to White's 3-point lane and finish them off. And then we come to City. We go to City with big confidence. And I think we should go out and beat them. Like I said, it's going to be very interesting. But I was happy to hear from Andreas because he's just confirmed what I've been thinking all along. I was very happy for that.
Andreas has a lot of insight, has a lot of good information. Nick, thank you for that. Appreciate it. DJ, your final thoughts, mate.
Yeah, going on to what Nick just said about Andreas, obviously top guy. Obviously, I've like most of you guys, I'm following him a lot on what he said on Twitter, what he's saying, all the information he's given. I'm glad he actually in some ways covered that information about Thomas Tuchel. That was my only one worry about was our manager because of the whole Lukaku situation. But I'm just so glad that the club has actually showing some confidence in our manager, and we're now not to worry about him maybe going because he's Roman's man, and that's one of the good things I'm happy about, obviously. And what else can I say on it, mate? Excellent speaking to him again as always.
Yeah, fantastic. DJ, thank you very much for your insight. Let's go to Couch. Final thoughts.
Yeah, it's good to have Andreas on there. I follow him on Twitter now as well, and he's got some haters, but at the same time, like I still think that what you got to do is just be able to like understand that he's trying to deliver the news just like everybody else, and just give him a chance to be himself and give us what he can. I think it can be useful if we allow for that. As far as the tomorrow's match goes, I mean, I'm just excited. I think we're going to see a lot of kids on the pitch tomorrow. A lot of guys that we haven't seen play a lot, so it could be interesting. I think that this is a low sort of like. I definitely don't want to take the sting out of the game. I think it's obviously an FA Cup game, but I think it's going to be, a little more low maintenance. We're not going to be requiring a lot of the first team to get the victory, from what I understand this to be. So it's going to be a great opportunity for some of these kids like Harvey Vale, maybe even like Lewis Hall, potentially even Soon Sup Bell to come in and get some good minutes. And much like they did in the Carabao Cup game, just getting an opportunity to impress the manager. I thought a couple of those guys, in particular Harvey Vale, took his opportunity, and he will be given the opportunity, I think, tomorrow to just kick on and build on what he did in the Carabao Cup. And if he can continue to do that, continue to enter the thoughts of the manager, then he's just going to continue to get opportunities. I think Tuchel's a equal opportunity guy. If you play well for him, you follow instructions, you're going to get more minutes. So I'm sure that all of these guys are taking this as an opportunity to impress the manager and get more opportunities. And I'll be looking for the same. I'm looking for the same sort of effort, endeavor, and commitment on the pitch. And if we get that, I think that we're going to be able to get the result. And then we go into another Carabao Cup where we're up 2-0. And who knows what to take from that. But it is a derby, and I expect Chelsea to treat it as a cup final again. Even though we're up 2-0, you can't take your foot off the gas. So I'm expecting us to come out of that game and be decisive as well. But other than that, it should be a good game tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching the youngsters, and hopefully we do start with a large youngster contingent, and then if need be, address it with some senior players. But definitely looking forward to the game. Can't wait. Eric Blue, final thoughts?
Yeah, it's always good to have Andreas on the stream. He always has a unique insights. I'm happy to know that Tuchel wanted Lukaku, because even though I thought that from the beginning, I started to question it, because it didn't seem like Tuchel was getting the best out of the player. It didn't seem like he was playing to his strengths. So I was a little bit concerned there, but good to know that he wanted him. And I think with time, Tuchel will get the best out of Lukaku, and he will start scoring. Doing what he does what everybody knows he can do, which is scoring goals. For the match tomorrow, I'm looking forward to the game. I think we'll score a lot of goals. I think there will be a lot of rotation. It only makes sense for that to be the case. Obviously, we can't take anybody lightly. We will try to be competitive, I'm sure. And I expect a good performance, and I expect a win. I'm going to go with a 6-0 victory. Maybe that's a bit too much, but hopefully we see some goals. And yeah, hopefully we see some goals.
That's
and
massive, mate.
Yeah. Listen. We've done similar to Premier League teams, so it could happen.
Yeah, exactly. It could happen, but look. Hopefully, we'll definitely win. Hopefully, we keep a clean sheet. I like that we're keeping clean sheets again. It's nice to see. So hopefully that continues. I want to see what Bettinelli looks like. I haven't seen him play yet, so it should be interesting.
Yeah. I've seen him in training, but I haven't seen him play as well, so it will definitely be interesting. Cheers for that, Eric. VJ, your final thoughts, mate?
Yeah, first of all, very nice to have Andreas, someone who brings in, Twitter news on a hourly basis, like how Kasim referred. So great to have, Andreas doing that for us, coming here and letting us know. And most of the things that we were of the impression seems to be on the same page with what we were getting from Andreas as well. So that means that we're probably in the right channel in terms of receiving the information, and that's always good to know. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about. And regarding the transfers, I think like how Andreas mentioned, it seems more likely that we would end up having an Emerson or a Digne in this transfer window, and probably after that we're not going to do anything in this transfer market. Ross Barkley, one thing that surprised me, could go on a loan. Not sure how much feasible that is. That is possible, but then if it is happening, then I think a lot of Chelsea fans would be happy on that one as well. So apart from that, with regards to the match, Chesterfield, of course, not a risky fixture, but then you still have to go ahead and then get the job done. Of course, a lot of young players are going to be coming in for tomorrow's game, and it will be exciting to watch a lot of academy talents perform for the Chesterfield game. And I also got to know that Son is going to be out for 1 month for Tottenham, which means in the reverse fixture, Son is not going to be playing for Tottenham, which means that it's probably going to be Dele Alli or someone, which makes the fixture even more easier for Chelsea. Those are certain things that we have to take in mind when we go for the reverse fixture. If they don't have the player availability, Tottenham is not going to be that big of a challenge. City game, of course, will be a huge game for us, and it definitely will increase the morale and confidence if you're able to pick up 3 points from that match. So exciting January line for us. Hopefully we are successful in every single match we play.
Fantastic. Boogeyman, you've come in as we were about to conclude. Did you catch the discussion with Andreas?
Oh yeah, no, I listened to all of them. And
all right, good.
The good thing about it is really pleasant to listen to your channel. The only one voice get me out of my chair is a couch. So hopefully, I just want to put it out there, man.
I can't help it, man. My son, he's wilding today, man. Wilding.
No, listen, it's beautiful to listen to your channel. Even like you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. It's not about people talking.
Thank you, Boogie.
Yeah, that's good.
Boogie, I want to hear your thoughts on what Andreas said and what he covered. Because he covered a lot. What did you take from the information that you took from him? Are you content? Are you satisfied with? Yeah,
I'm actually satisfied. And the other thing is, because he's coming from a journalist background, and we're just more like a fan getting our emotion through and all those things. And it just feels to me like, in fact, we're not that. I don't know what words like use. We're not that stupid. We're really smart people. Also on your panel, we get close to pretty much. We fight a lot in between us over some issue. But at the end of the day, we all come to some agreement that is seemingly close to the reality. We can read what's going on in our Chelsea team, and we can pretty much do all the interpretations. And so we're doing a pretty good job on your channel at this time, and I mean in other channels also. But I'm really happy that we're not just here yelling at each other. We're actually doing something constructive. So that's good. And the thing I like more is the wing back. I don't really want Emerson back, to be honest with you, but I understand why Chelsea will try hard to get Emerson back. And just they don't want to spend money, and they don't want to invest in someone that end up with a dead wood. Sorry for using that word, anyways, but they don't want to buy anything in the winter. I'm pretty sure Chelsea would like to wait, especially that we all think the league is over, and probably they're going to sit down with Tuchel. Do you think the other cups or the other tournament that we are still in, can we go play that tournament without actually investing money, like a 60 to 70 million in a new wing back or left back? So that might be the gist. Tuchel will be like, let's just go with some temporary situation, and then we'll see what happens in the summer. And I mean, he pretty much put it out there, and I like it because he is a journalist. He has more sources than us. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's really good to have him here. Anyways, that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Carry on.
And I think it was Nick that asked him a question. I can't remember the question Nick asked him. Oh God. And the answer, I was really satisfied with that one also. I can't remember the question.
Yeah, Boogie, yeah, about the stadium, about the redevelopment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact, his answer also, I was really satisfied with it. So listen, I don't mind too much. And the reason why I jump in also quick to say something is, if you look at Manchester City lineup, De Bruyne isn't playing, Bernardo Silva is playing, Jesus is playing. So they're not taking these things lightly. They're also going to they're winning 3-0 now. It's 70-something minutes. They substitute De Bruyne and substitute a few of them, but Manchester City is taking this seriously also. So I think Chelsea should also go the same way, especially that we have a lot of players that need the game time. And the other question is, why would Manchester City get a game postponed 2 days ago and they can play a game today? Anybody have any?
Inquiring minds want to know, Boogie. Inquiring minds want to know. That's ridiculous.
Look. I'm gonna ask the guys in the chat a question, and you guys can answer it. And if you answer it within a minute, we can change the direction that the stream is going. There's a topic that I want to address, and that topic is Marina Granovkaia's role. And I asked Andreas that question, and he gave us some information in respect. And I was going to do a stream just on that, but I am prepared to continue on this stream to discuss that particular topic if you guys in the chat want to listen to it. And the way you can tell me that you want to listen to it is by getting the likes up to 100 in the next minute. It's currently on 87. If you guys can get that to 100 likes within the next minute, we will discuss that topic and we will continue streaming. If you don't, then I'm guessing you guys don't want to hear that topic, and then we will conclude the stream, and then we'll continue talking tomorrow. So you have a minute.
Boogeyman talking, get it 100 likes fast, man.
You guys literally have 40 seconds. 40 seconds to get them likes up to 100.
Yeah, let me
it's
call
up to
my
you.
cousins.
Once Boogie, you notice how when Boogeyman said that it started going to dislikes?
Come on, Boogie.
Come on, Boogie.
It dropped. People are saying, let's go to bed.
You're closing already. That's why I was dropping. It's not me. I was dropping.
All right, actually, it's just jumped back up again. So, 11 more likes, and you guys have 30 seconds to do it.
Just
So
get
30
on.
seconds, 11
Come on,
likes.
people in the
We
chat.
will
Come
continue.
on. Come on.
We'll continue. If you guys don't do it, then I'm going to guess you guys don't want to hear the topic, and we will just go and talk again with you lot tomorrow after the game. But the Marina Granovkaia situation, it was really interesting to hear what Andrea said about that, because a lot of people think that all she does is sign the paper right at the end, but apparently there's more to it. 90 with 10 away, and there's literally 10 seconds.
I was going to say something, but
I find it hard.
can't say it.
I find it hard.
7, 6,
Yeah,
5.
We can't talk about it.
4,
Yeah. Maybe
3,
next time.
Not without Bobby.
2, 1.
Yeah, Bobby.
Not without Bobby. True, not without Bobby.
That's not something I want to talk about without Bobby.
We did get 100 likes. We did get 100 likes. So we'll talk about it.
I thought
on
Bobby
future
said he's coming
streams.
back.
Bobby's at work, man. Bobby's doing late nights.
Okay.
He's doing late
Yeah,
nights.
yeah.
so
It
he's at
will
work.
be not a debate if Bobby is not here.
Yeah, no. I need Bobby here to discuss this. But it's gonna make for a good debate. It's gonna make for a good debate.
And Max
Lads,
also.
Max also, yeah.
To check the.
But you see, I wanted them to base it on what Andreas said, because I think Andreas, he hit the nail on the head. And she has a massive role. She has a massive role, and a lot of people play down her role. They'll play it up when things are going good. They play it down when things are going bad, and it's just
like that, man.
yeah.
They're
All right, guys.
They're giving her credit.
Yeah, guys. Tomorrow we will be back live after the game. What time is the game? It's
5:30.
Yeah, so
5:30 for BBC.
5:30 kickoff.
BBC. Yeah. All right. So we'll watch the game, and then we'll come back here straight after, and we'll discuss the game and discuss all the relevant and the latest Chelsea news. It's been a good stream. Hope you guys have had a good time. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, guys. Peace.
Yeah, big up.
Take care, everyone. Peace out.